So here we go with our fourth heat out of 6 for senior Rotax. It's race number 10 of the meeting. Heat 4 for seniors, groups B and D. Let's have a look at the starting grid. Elia Papacena will start from pole position and will have Great Britain's Daniel Armstrong alongside. Zino Falca from Germany and João Diniz from Portugal on row number 2. Jonny Mertz and Janis Diak making an all-German, row number 3. Stefan Lemonor from France is joined by Great Britain's Conor Jupp on row number 4, with Jaden Thiem representing the Netherlands and Alberto Hurtado Gonzalez from Spain completing the top 10. Then it's a trio of Brits from positions 11 to 13. Callum Bradshaw in the 301, the 359 of Sean Butcher and the 343 of Kieran Kay. Rounding out the top 15, it's Latvia's Rikards Bekvargas and then Vilgot Edqvist from Sweden. Completing the top 20, it's due to have Nicola Guerra in the 354 entry starting on the outside of row number 8, but that may not happen due to the earlier incident. Jere Vaielo Luque ahead of Alec Verbout, Miro Halika and Jere Kokalainen completing the top 20. Benny Harrison starts ahead of Anthony Bilou with Marcel Lepie and Paul Christian Hamburg. Mario Novak, Alexander Abkazava, then we've got Michal Bartoszuk, and then we've also got Mika Barthélemy from France rounding out the 27 drivers who will be starting this 10 minutes plus an additional lap race. So drivers making their way through the final corner. Into the tram lines, revs rise. Are we ready? The red lights are out, we are off and underway. And it's now the run down to turn number 1. Who's going to get to the first corner first? It is Papacena, I believe, that has got through and stayed ahead. And Daniel Armstrong has gone with. Drivers trying to make positional overtakes. Zino Falca still competing in third place, which is exactly where the German started on the grid. Well, that just goes to show how quickly these drivers are pushing. João Diniz is 4th. Jonny Mertz and Janis Diak ran out the top 5 positions. Vilgot Edqvist has made up a place as well. Who is going to come out on top in this one? We will find out in about 10 minutes. These drivers looking to make some moves early. There is a move, I think, more than likely going to be a change for 8th position, so that could possibly be Jaden Thiem and Conor Jupp. And I look a little bit further back where you've actually got Kieran Kay ahead of, behind Jaden Thiem. Quite a change. I think Jonny Mertz has dropped down. Sean Butcher's already up to 6th and trying to chase down. Conor Jupp has got a battle for the lead here. Daniel Armstrong looking one way. Going to get past Elia Papacena from Italy. Down the hill into the tight left-hander. Looks like Conor Jupp's now in 3rd position. Sean Butcher's going for 4th and has got it, and that's off of João Diniz from Portugal. So Sean Butcher has already made inroads. So there they go. It's going to get a little bit hairy here, ladies and gents, because they're now coming through the final couple of corners. We're only about to complete lap number 2, and it's a 3-way scrap at the front of the field. Leading the way, it's Daniel Armstrong, Elia Papacena, and now Conor Jupp fires it up the inside of the Italian through turn number 1 to neatly take 2nd position. But keep your eyes on the 359 behind, because Sean Butcher is closing under braking. João Diniz, Callum Bradshaw, Alberto Hurtado Gonzalez is also in the mix. Don't count out the likes of Yanis Diak and Jaden Thien and Sino Falca. Rounding out the top 10. Top 10 covered by 2.6 seconds. Butcher will look to make the move on Papacena up the inside through the left-hand hairpin. And he gets through. Neatly done by Sean Butcher there. And he's going to start chasing. Up in second and Daniel Armstrong leading the way. So effectively through nationalities, it's a top 3 for the British. Callum Bradshaw just trying to make sure that he can get past Joao Diniz and then start chasing those in front. And it is closing up. Armstrong. It's Connor Jupp that's now got the lead from Daniel Armstrong. So Connor Jupp nipped it in the bud early and got the job done on Armstrong. Lap 4 underway. And Sean Butcher now goes through on Armstrong. Just behind is Papacena. I would hazard a guess. Well, actually, I don't need to hazard a guess because I pretty much saw his race helmet in line of sight. Callum Bradshaw now closing in and is 5th. So the quintet of drivers battling away over the race lead. Wait to see if that changes a few times over the next 6 minutes, plus an additional lap. And Butcher's gone for the lead up the inside through the second to last corner on Connor Jupp and has got the lead. And Connor Jupp has retaliated through the penultimate corner, going side by side out of the final corner. Sean Butcher pulls to the right-hand side. Connor Jupp alongside. They're all dodging. Oh my goodness me, what a save from Connor Jupp sideways through turn 1. And caught it and kept it in front. But then Bradshaw, a couple of corners later, up through the inside, and Bradshaw gets through. And now Daniel Armstrong has just been passed by Elia Papacena. Just behind, that is that's Alberto Hurtado Gonzalez, just behind in the 390. So the Spaniard looking to close on in as well. So Butcher trying to pull away. It's not going to happen easily because he's got Callum Bradshaw just behind him. And Connor Jupp. And at the moment, it's the top 3 for the British once again. This is a move for 4th. So I would say that if that's not Papacena, that would be Armstrong. Well, Armstrong's now down to 5th, and he's got Hurtado Gonzalez just up his back bumper. 3-1-4 gets a warning flag. That's Joao Diniz from Portugal. 4.5 minutes still to go on the clock, plus an additional lap. It is still all to play for. Nothing is set in stone until you hit the checkered flag. Now coming along, there's Yanis Diak in the back of the back of shot there, behind the 390 from Spain. Unfortunately, Estonia's Paul Christian Hamburg has retired on lap number 4 of the race. But at the moment, Sean Butcher holding on at the minute for the race lead. 3 minutes, 53 seconds, plus an additional lap still remaining. So gap between the top 3, less than 4.5 tenths of a second. It's Butcher versus Bradshaw versus Connor Jupp, who rounds out the top 3. 0.423 seconds separated them after the completion of lap number 6, and we're on to lap 7. Up through towards the crest we go. Butcher trying to stretch the legs on the cart a little bit and try and stretch his advantage. It was 0.23 of a second last time around for Butcher. Seven minutes down, 3 to go, and Butcher still leads. And at the minute, Kieran Kay starting to make a little bit of a comeback from the back part of the field. He's up to 22nd. Mario Novak from Austria now up into 18th. Ahead of with Mika Barthelemy now up into 15th behind Finley Harrison. Vilgot Edquist and Anthony Boulou have also made up places. They're both respectively 12th and 11th as things stand. Sean Butcher continues to lead. Nearly 0.3 of a second between him and Bradshaw. Connor Jupp waiting in the wings. Daniel Armstrong is leading the train behind and is about 7.5 tenths off of Connor Jupp. Stefan Lemonu has just tumbled down the order somewhat from around about 20th position. So the French driver in the 367 ends up 24th with just over 2 minutes remaining. So battles are now breaking off into factions, and the first one of which is the two leaders. Sean Butcher has been putting in the hot laps. He's just gone within 1/1000th of his quickest lap, and now Callum Bradshaw's just pinged in a 1 minute 3.317, putting in the fastest lap of the race on the completion of lap 8. We're on to lap number 9. So we should get this plus another couple of laps afterwards. So we should hopefully get to maybe, I would say, 11 laps at best. And now Bradshaw is closing in. He's about a kart length and a half behind Butcher as they head into the second to last corner. Hard on the brakes goes Bradshaw, being able to judge what Butcher is doing. We go on to the penultimate lap of this race. Go on to the last 10 seconds before the timer eventually counts down and hits 0. That's going to do that as they go through the right-hander down the hill. 0 on the clock, it strikes. This is now the penultimate lap. Lap 10 out of 11. And Sean Butcher keeping it calm, keeping it composed. So just the back straightaway to negotiate. 5-second time penalty for driver number 314, Joao Diniz. Not being confirmed what that is for. However, we have one more lap to go. Sean Butcher leads Callum Bradshaw. Not much between the pair. Last time, but this time it was 0.18. It's now 0.2. Sean Butcher fractionally faster by about 26 thousandths than Callum Bradshaw on that previous lap. Connor Jupp rounds out the top 3. Jere Kokolainen has dropped a few places, whereas Anthony Boulou has gained another one. Boulou now up into 11th position. And Butcher takes a look over the right shoulder, sees where Bradshaw is. So 3 more corners to go. And Sean Butcher has got himself a heat victory. Out of the final corner, the 359 from the United Kingdom hits the pedal to the metal and takes the checkered by 0.13 of a second, 7 of a second ahead of Callum Bradshaw. It was a further 9.35 tenths of a second ahead of Connor Jupp, who rounded out the top 3. And what's more, it was a top 4 clean sweep for the Brits, courtesy of Daniel Armstrong. Elia Papacena, who was on pole position, finished in 5th ahead of Germany's Janis Diak. Alberto Hurtado Gonzalez finished in 7th ahead of Irai Vaielo Luque. Jaden Thien and Anthony Boulou completed the top 10 positions. Miro Halika in 11th, ahead of Vidgot Edquist. Finley Harrison, Joao Diniz, who has Joao Diniz, and then we've also got Mika Barthelemy, Mario Novak, Alexander Abkazava, Kieran Kay, Zino Falka, Marcelo Cui, and then we've also got Ricards Vek Vargas from Latvia, Belgium's Alex Verbergt, Michal Bartosuk from Poland, Stefan Nemanov from France, Jericho Kalainen from Finland, and Joni Mertz rounding out the 26th that finished the full 11 laps of racing, with Estonia's Paul Christian Hamburg unfortunately retiring on lap 3, with Nicola Guerra a non-starter.